Hey guys, welcome back to another ship review on the Nova Republic channel. Sorry it's been a while since the last video, but I've been building some pretty neat things since then that'll come out in the future. But for now, I got a quick little video showcasing two of the smaller ships in the Nova Republic fleet, but they're just as important as any of the large warships. So, starting off, let's take a look at the P.T.T.V. This is the Perseus Troop Transport Vehicle, and it's basically a dropship. So we got I liked this cool design that I saw for actually the U-wing. If you know Star Wars, as I assume you all have, the U-wing. I was watching a video based on the progression of the design of the U-wing, and watching that video, I saw an earlier design of the U-wing that had this dual like nose kind of thing, where one side was the cab and the other side was where the troops would drop out of. And I fell in love with that design and decided to build the ship based off of that. So that's what this, the P.T.T.V. So we'll start over here in the cab, and got a neat little door, little stairs getting up because when it lands, you'll see a little later. But you come inside, it's a neat little cockpit area, pretty neat. You got a lot of visibility with the whole big front and the windows, and even this little top window here. And very basic controls, as you really don't need to do a lot with the dropship, just basically control the basic functions. So you got, your chair, speedometer, your controls, some neat little panels here, a screen there. But up here, this switch is for the landing gear and landing formation, which I can show you now. So if I flick the switch, you'll see all four of these landing gears pop out, as well as these wings drop down, and they actually hit ground level with the landing gear. So I thought that was a pretty neat little thing. And we'll put those back up, and you can see the wings fold back into the flight position. Now, this switch opens up the troop drop area, so we will flick that right now. And as you can see, this opens up like this. So inside here is where the troops would stand, and you could fit probably, as you can see the character here, you could probably fit maybe 12 or so people in here, I think. Maybe if you jammed them up, maybe 15 or a little more. But you got them standing in here, and there's a little rail. It's for, stabilization. You can hold on to here, or I guess you can't really do it in the game, but in theory, they'd be able to hold on to these little rails up top. And you got some little lights in here. It's pretty dim, but enough to see when you're standing inside this and the doors are shut. And you got some little pipes over here. And then this spot right here. So this is for the point defense turret on the nose right here. So what you can have is either a dedicated gunner personnel, or even just somebody in here if the ship needs to shoot while coming in for a landing. They can activate this here, and it's not actually set up yet because currently there's a bug with the hotkeys. So it does work, just not right now. And so, you got this, and it's dual axis, so you can swing down and around and all the way 360. And so double barrel, simple laser point defense. I think this is pretty neat. And so that's what that is. And then coming around here to the back, it's got 3 engines. So it's pretty quick, as what you want with a dropship. You got to get in there, get the troops on the ground, and get right back out. So it's really swift. Right now it still is using just the basic thruster and power system. That is more or less a placeholder until we can get the real full systems in place. Even with these systems, it does have a decent amount of space inside, so it fits quite a bit of engines and power blocks themselves. So it's pretty quick, and it has decent power consumption as well. But once the other systems are implemented, like specialized systems for smaller craft, I'm sure that I'll be able to optimize and upgrade this even further, and it'll be even faster. Moving back over to this side by the behind the cockpit is this neat little thing. So originally when I built this, I've had this for a while, just haven't shown it off, this was even before mechs, but this is when mechs were in the era of being a thing. So my original concept was that I kind of just did these decorations here just for show, but what this could eventually be is a kind of personal like scout craft that could be carried in with the troops. So if you're a Halo fan, think maybe like a mongoose kind of thing could go right here. And then you have this, and so you drop your troops, you drop this, and you can have like a designated scout or something that can then go out and do what they need to do. So that's what that's for, and I'll retrofit this as those types of vehicles become implemented into the game. So that's about it for the P.T.T.V. And let's go take a look at the Charon Shuttle. So this is the Nova Republic shuttle. It's much less of a war machine, if that's what you'll call this dropship, but it's more for civilians as well. Um, this ship was originally designed inspired by Stargate. I was watching Stargate when this process came into my mind. You could probably see the front looks a lot like a puddle jumper if you're familiar with Stargate. And then on the moving back, I really liked the side paneling of the shuttle from the Destiny and Stargate universe. So I kind of merged the two shuttles together, if you can almost see that, but then gave it kind of like my own flair and things, made it a little smoother. But yeah, so the Charon shuttle, it's got these twin engines on the back. It's decently fast. Again, it's not as well as it can be when the future systems are in place. I just kind of made do with what we have. But on the back, you can see it does fit with the standard Nova Republic docking. So we got the two on each side and then the 3x3 door. And then going inside, you can see it's also got the same door as I put on some of the other ships. So really, it just docks right onto any docking port that we use, and you're ready to go. So we'll come inside, shut the door, and you can see a little bit of the power blocks kind of sticking out because I fit them wherever I could put them. But moving inside, we have a lot of chairs, so there's a lot of space here. I mean, I suppose I could retrofit this to anything else. Like, this could become perhaps a dropship of sorts if necessary. You could perhaps rip some of the seats out and put in like gun racks, or even, you could put a thing in the middle here that has stuff going on. But for now, it's just a lot of seats. What is this, 24 seats, I believe. And so that's a lot of personnel that you can transport in this shuttle. And it's got a decent amount of detail. Like underneath the floor, you can see there's some piping there. And you got some of those like vent things up top. But moving up front to the cockpit here, you can see we got the neat little area, and you sit in the chair, and you got a lot of visibility with this too. You can see forever. It's a lot like in the puddle jumper. You see such a full glass front, and I like that. And it's very minimalistic as well. You just got your speedometer, your controls, a little screen there, and just some little dials and buttons. But we do have this landing gear switch, which I'll flick that and go back outside. You can see the ship has some neat little landing gear. It doesn't really fit anywhere like it does on the P.T.T.V. There's no like little spot where it slides up, but they just kind of phase into the ship. But again, I just kind of fit it where I could, and they're small little landing gears, nothing special. But again, it's just a shuttle. It doesn't really need to come in for some hard landings or land on rough terrain. And then underneath, you see I got some neat little different paneling and some little vents there. Same back here. Some hoses and stuff. But yeah, so this is the Charon Shuttle and the P.T.T.V. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, comment on any suggestions you might have, and I'll see you guys next time.